他曾是心理学的高材生，现在却成为了广州小有名气的摄影师。在现实的生活中追随着自己的理想，他要用永恒的光影记录下对这座城市的感悟。今天的感知广东，带你了解摄影师贾坤和他的广州111张面孔。广州，一座拥有2000年历史的国际大都市，吸引着世界各地的人们来到这里实现梦想。在这里，东西方文化的相互交融，拥有着不同背景的人们在美丽的珠江边工作生活。他们在融入广州的同时，广州也在影响着他们的人生。
Guangzhou is a fantastic city to shoot people, that's for sure. You have in this city millions and millions of people from different cultures living together here, so the opportunities are fantastic. Hi Anna, this is Javi, the Spanish photographer. We met like 6-7 months ago. I am doing a new project here in Guangzhou called 111 Faces. It's a portrait photography project, and I thought about you to be part of it. Please let me know when you hear this to see if you are interested in meeting me, and I can explain to you more the idea, okay? Guangzhou is full of foreigners, but not only foreigners outside of China, but also foreigners from other provinces of China. The people with their actions, with their personality are influencing the city somehow. My responsibility as a photographer would be to shoot Guangzhou and their people the way I see it.
摄影师贾坤3年前从西班牙小镇圣塞巴斯蒂安来到广州，带着家人对他的怀疑留在了这里。在成为摄影师之前，贾坤曾是一名心理学专业的高材生。然而，在一个暑假接触到了摄影，从此便爱上了这门艺术。之后，他毅然放弃了有着很好职业前景的心理学，成为了一名摄影师。
I think my major could have influenced somehow that I started shooting people, but my interest for other people's stories may have come even from a longer time ago.
2011年，在一次偶然的机会当中，贾坤跟随着朋友来到广州。第一次来到这里的他，被广州的繁华和独特的魅力深深地吸引住了。后来结识了同样也是摄影师的韶关女孩何雅洁，相同的摄影爱好和追求，让两个来自异国他乡的年轻人在广州走到了一起。
I really liked the place. It was a good shock. Even though I travel all across Europe, the impression you have when you land for the first time in Asia, it's completely different. Then here I met Hitomi also, my partner. So 1 month later I was here, prepared to experience the China adventure.
2011年底，贾坤与雅洁一起创立了工作室。3年里，他们合作拍过不少独具特色的商业摄影作品。然而，大量的商业拍摄让贾坤离自己所中意的理想越来越远。他经常会思考，这是他一开始所去追求的吗？
Even though it's your idea in the commercial shooting, like you create the creative direction of the shooting, maybe, or you work with the creative director to achieve a middle ground, it's their brand. You know, whereas a personal project, it's all yours. By the time I started doing it, I saw one guy online doing the 100 Strangers project, which was very in vogue at that time, which consisted basically in going to the street and just taking a shot of random people that you met on the street. And I thought it was a great idea because you can portray like quite fast, like the people living in that city, right? But for me, it was missing something, which was the background of those people.
广州的111张面孔的想法让贾坤兴奋不已，他觉得比现在做任何的事情都更有意义。广州生活的形形色色的人们让他怀有浓厚的兴趣，期待着与他们建立特殊的联系。但是对于一个在广州生活仅仅3年的外国人来说，如此陌生的环境里想要完成这样一个项目，难度还是可想而知的。除了语言的障碍，找到合适的拍摄对象则是一个更大的难题。
In the beginning, I remember that I started posting it in one of these social media websites, and I got a positive answer of around 12 people maybe interested in the project, that I ended up shooting only about 2 of them. But it was a first step that got me to meet one girl, that girl introduced me to another girl, that girl at the same time found out about the project from a different angle, so I started making connections.
半年前，一次在浏览社交网站的时候，贾坤认识了同样在广州的年轻俄罗斯女画家安娜。近日，贾坤再次与安娜取得了联系，提到希望她可以参与111张面孔的拍摄，可是一直没有得到安娜肯定的回复。可安娜的犹豫并没有使贾坤的热情有丝毫的减退。
Most of the people that are part of the project have never been photographed before. They have been photographed for the ID or for the visas, passport, whatever, right? But they have never met a photographer who was going to take a picture of them, like in a professional way at least. So I contacted her and I just said that, wow, I like what you are doing in this city.
在经过交谈和沟通后，安娜终于同意可以先见面聊一聊，然后再决定是否接受贾坤的拍摄。
He need to meet so many people, like 111. I was so surprised, like why me? I don't know what to do with Harry, and like it was my first impression. But I said, okay, I will start this project and let's see how it will be.
然而不巧的是，约好的当天大雨一直下个不停，这对贾坤的拍摄是否会造成影响呢？
Unfortunately, that day was horrible because the weather was really bad, was raining, not very sunny, so I was really concerned about the lighting. As I said before, I try to shoot everything with natural light, and I'm trying to keep it as real as possible, the project. So I knew that I would have to shoot against the window, but I didn't know her house. It's like a studio, it's very nice.
Yes.
I think her house was perfect to shoot her because it's where she lives, but it's also where she creates. It's her painting space was her living room. Her paintings were everywhere. It's for me it was the perfect context for shooting her, rather than going out to the street to a cafe or At least her house provides her with 2 things, like the comfort of being in her environment, that she knows she will feel more comfortable there, and on the other hand, for me, was a perfect background. Usually the way I start is talking about you, like we had a very short conversation, but I'm interested to know more because later I will have to
I mean the
about
background.
Yeah, the background we can decide later.
So I was nervous a little bit, like actually it's my first interview and like in Guangzhou, and I didn't know what to tell, how questions will be, and because we were not so much prepared for it, and he told me just be yourself, just answer how do you know to answer.
When I saw the painting you had of the Guangzhou Tower, that it's very in orange tones, between orange and pink, you say, yeah, I wish.
But for artists, like you take the best things you have and you just develop it and you show the audience the way you see the world. Like I see in bright and colorful colors.
Did you study fine art? Do you go to a location or you paint them from your house? Have you met here any Chinese painter? Why you paint so many women faces?
Maybe it's because of his long background of psychology. He asked me so many and different fields, but he didn't ask me any personal questions so much, so it's okay.
Because being like, are you doing what you are doing here because you are in Guangzhou, or were you doing the same thing somewhere else? How has Guangzhou influenced you for the thing that you are doing? Those are questions that, of course, interest me because they allow me to see, like, has the city influenced the people that I am shooting, or maybe the other way around, right? Do you think, like, in this city you can develop yourself as an artist?
About Guangzhou, it's not now a popular place for artists. Maybe Shanghai or Beijing is good for start, but I will like develop and do exhibition first in Guangzhou.
We were speaking about the good moment that it's right now to be an artist in Guangzhou. It's not easy to be an artist, anywhere, but Guangzhou has the conditions that make it a nice city to be in, because economically speaking, it's a city that is developing very fast. People will stop mass consuming products, and they will start consuming culture. We are going to be shooting with this, okay, which is not a digital camera.
Okay.
Usually people are very aware of their self-image, so they ask you, like, do I have to wear makeup? Do I have to wear pretty clothes? Like, what do I have to do? Do I have to pose as a model? No, I mean, this is a portrait of who you are in a natural way. Because I want mainly the colors as the background, even if you cannot see exactly what it is. And the main light is coming from there, yeah, so I think it's gonna be better that way. And don't be so sad. Her house was perfect for that, with all her paintings and everything. So my initial idea was to have a couple of shots, one of her standing up, the other one on the floor, but always with her paintings in the background, because her paintings speak a lot about her. So.
It's very interesting, and I would like to know about 110 people more, what they're doing in Guangzhou. Maybe some of them are also foreigners, and maybe some of them can be my new friends. Why not?
完成了安娜的拍摄之后，贾坤都会将与她交谈的内容写成一段总结，看似与摄影毫无关系，但确实是111张面孔里重要的一部分。
It's my view about them. For Anna, the painter, the way I see it, her paintings describe her personality, or the other way around, right? You cannot tell, like, talking about the bold strokes in her painting, talking about the vivid colors on her painting. You see her paintings and you see her. I'm trying to write it in a way that whenever you read this and you see a painting of her, you can say, wow, okay, yeah, that's Anna. Ni hao.
啊，你好，那
这是我照片，
是
可不可以赶那边？
可以，是。他来了差不多3年多了吧，我叫他外国朋友，他就很好，长得挺帅的。
Yeah, this film, it's much better for daylight kind of shots rather than artificial lighting. So that's shot of Anna. The color is very, very bad because we were using the continuous light in her house, and it's all greenish.
筛选的工作同样重要。 因为每一次拍摄的人物都不一样，背后的故事也不一样，所以为了突出每一个人物的特点，贾坤总是会认真地从3张中挑选出最好的一张。女朋友雅洁有时也会给出一些意见。
Which one?
You don't like that one?
Yeah, it's good.
This one is also good. Either this one or this one. But I think this one shows more.
Shows her in context.
This one, compared to the other picture you have in the project, look more different.
Yeah.
Stands out more. So tells more Anna's character, I think. This one is just like normal pose in front of her painting. So this one.
Now I start to wonder, like, did I tell her to look down or it's the eye closed?
Doesn't matter. This one closed, this one open.
The main decision we have to take is like, do we put her more in the context, like do we put her painting or not? I wanted to do that shot, but I wanted to be so cliche because it's like the easy choice, like, oh, musician, you put him playing music, painter, you put her painting, right? But usually you would incur this kind of cliche that I was trying to avoid, but the shot turned out pretty well. Like, okay, she is painting, you see that she's painting, but you can see that one, she doesn't paint with brushes, which is an important part of her style. So there is, as he told me was saying, there is a good symmetry between her face and the face of the painting. So the shot is not only of her painting, it's a shot that can describe her pretty well. I hope she likes it and she agrees with me. Once I finish doing like scanning the 4 people that they can shoot in a row, I will go either to my blog or to my website where I will write the thing about them. And once that is done, I just publish it, depends on when do I have time, and that's it. I finish with that person.
在拍摄完安娜之后，贾坤已经完成了65个人物的拍摄，而这当中有他的西班牙同胞，有热爱摄影的同城外籍朋友们，当然也有很多广州人。
I think for a photographer, always very good to have a personal photography project running for yourself because it can help you to know more people, know more interesting things, what's going on in the city, and it always can be a good drive for your creativities on photography.
For me, the 111 is important because I can get to know Guangzhou more through its people, which in the end for me it's what it makes Guangzhou. Guangzhou is its people. Like the people make the city somehow. Guangzhou, it is what it is now, and it is how it is because of the people that are living here. They are part of Guangzhou, they are part of the city, but they are themselves.
通过这几十次的拍摄，贾坤对广州这座城市的了解也越来越多。他希望可以尽快完成111张面孔的拍摄，然后举办一个展览，展示给更多的人，让他们更好地了解广州。
Maybe some of them are a little bit out of focus, others the exposure is not so well because it's what it is, right? I am hoping for the people to see a different Guangzhou, maybe, to have a broader view of what Guangzhou is, to stop thinking that it's just a commercial hub, and to see that there are things going on, that there are artists, that there are students with good ideas, that there are people coming from overseas to achieve their dreams here. There are, there is a huge variety in this city, and that's what I'm trying for people to realize.
在哈维看来，面孔就像是一张神秘莫测的地图，是通往心房的重要物证。广州，一座承载着无数人梦想的城市，正是因为这里的每个人的故事，而被描绘上了缤纷绚烂的色彩。